Good morning, is it from Zester's Lab. I'm sitting on my couch because what I want to share is what happened here. You know, I'm busy with my gratitude journal. It is unfolding and I am having a lovely time. I did not anticipate this. At first, I started off, thank you for my husband, thank you for my kids, whatever. But the joy that I experienced just by working on it, just doing little things. And what I've also realized, what really makes me come alive is to use what I have to create. It gives me a challenge. It makes me do things that I haven't done before. And it forces me to create, to really create. And that is just amazing. I am learning more about myself through my art and my creativity and whatever I'm doing. And it is lovely. So I'm just going to share something that came out last night as I was sitting here. Something that I created. So this is just my journal. I am just putting it like this. And you can see I am just really doing little things, a feather there. Still I am gluing. Tearing out all my jelly plate prints out of this journal book thing, and I'm just putting it in this one. I don't know why. I just want to do it because there's a lot of ugly things in here as well. I mean, just messes. So I thought I want to take out of that what really speaks to me about gratitude, So, lots of my carrot people, lots of things that I'm writing down, flowers that I'm pressing, and once again, I am doing things that I love doing, that I forgot about, that I haven't done in ages, like drying flowers, pressing, put them in a book and just allow them to dry. Isn't it crazy? I haven't done it in 40 years, I think. We all did it, when we were in love, in high school and all those. But, so listen to this. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. Isn't it awesome? Follow the path that is no path. Follow your bliss. And this is what I am experiencing and have been experiencing the last couple of months. Follow your bliss. What makes me come alive? What do I really love doing? We lose that. We're little kids and we do what we love, and then life gets a hold of us, this realm, and we grow up and we need to become mature, and it's just, we lose these things. And now I am learning to once again follow my bliss and follow the path that is no path. It's not, I have no idea that I'm going to create a gratitude journal. I had no idea that I'm going to have a YouTube channel. I had no idea how much joy this journal is flowing out of me. The joy in me is start to really flow while I work in this journal. And as I say, my journal will not win a prize for neatest but I love it. So one night I was sitting once again here. At that stage I had my very, very old watercolor set from my husband of 40 years ago. And I thought, you know what, let me just do faces. I love to just do faces loosely with a brush and just black. Usually ink, but I had what? Watercolor. So once again, this little setup here where I sit when I watch TV in the evenings, I am learning, and it is forcing me, because I am too lazy to walk up and look for things there in my art studio. This is forcing me to just sit and create with what I have here right in front of me. And I cannot tell you how awesome. What comes out, what I do, it's great. So I am an artist at living. My work of art is my life. So whenever I read something, I write it in my journal. I just did this girl. Just a pen and some inks. And this is this is one also in I think it was in this art journal I did. And I just tore it out once again, and I just glued it in here, because this is now my special one. Stupid, but I'm now working on this one. So I use what I have to put in here. So yesterday I was just sitting here and I thought, I feel like just slow stitching. So I took these soft, I don't know what you call it, but it is those soft paper things between in the old photo albums. Those photo albums, it had the thick pieces, and then it's got this paper towel things. So I had some of them lying around here, and I had a piece of music sheet, and I just worked it with nice stitches, ordinary stitches. I just worked it in my book. It was glorious. Some more, but I actually want to share this. So as I was busy here last night, I read and I realized the joy of just being, of not knowing, of just going with the flow. And I had a gratitude for me learning that over the past couple of years. How I've learned to just trust the life in me, just trust the process, and just start to enjoy the unfolding, And I was grateful for that. And then this came up. I don't know what I'm doing, because let me tell you, I do not know what I'm doing. Not in my life, not with my art, my creativity, the channel. I really do not know. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this person was writing, I don't know what I'm doing. And if I don't know what to do, there's actually a chance of doing something new. Isn't that awesome? As long as you know what you're doing, there's a plan. You try and stick to the plan. You drive yourself and everybody else nuts because there's a plan, a 5-year plan, a plan for today, for this week, this year. You drive yourself crazy, everybody else crazy, and you do not allow life to just happen. Because life do happen, but when you've got this plans of how your life's supposed to unfold, you do not enjoy those going with the flow things, because you haven't learned to go with the flow, and it's scary, and you don't want to do it, and you're stuck in your ways, and you're angry because your life doesn't turn out. You're in situations you don't want to be in, and you're in this war. I always say war is inside. Most people in this realm is filled with war inside. That's why it manifests in this crazy war world that we live in. What we see in this natural realm is what is going on inside us. And as I said, as you know, and as I know, talking from myself, I was at war with the life in me, with what was happening, because my ego just wanted to get things to turn out my way, and it never does do, and I was angry and resentful, and I was fighting the life in me the whole time. Oh gosh, I don't know how I got here, but this is it. As long as you know what you're doing, nothing much of interest is going to happen, because you're not going to allow it to happen. You're going to fight it because you want it to turn out this way. So when it happens in another way, you get upset and angry and so when you learn, and I think the nicest way to learn going with the flow of what is actually happening is through creating, is through art, is just. And I'm only learning it now. I told you, if you've been on my channel a while, this wasn't me. No. I was into acrylics, and you do what you need to do. So, this was just this is not actually what I want to share. But I was sitting here once again. There was a yellow jelly plate print. I just tore it up, glue it on. Look at my beautiful sunflowers. So you see, I just sit, I just glue, I just go through my stuff, and then this happens. And I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to show you what I actually want to show you. Being creative is a wonderful gift. That's what I am learning, and this is what this channel is all about, is the gift of being creative. I think it's the most wonderful that there can ever be, and we are all creative. Okay, being creative is a wonderful gift. It will help you enjoy life. That's what I'm learning. It generates a spirit of gratitude. And isn't it awesome how the life in me has been showing me and you guys to do a gratitude journal and just experience this. And it's just amazing how I got to the gratitude journal. I mean, really. It will help you enjoy life, yes. It generates a spirit of gratitude, and that is growing in me day by day, art piece by art piece. Everything, every creative act is just making me more and more grateful to be alive. It develops latent talent. I mean, talent that was lying dormant for absolute decades in me is now coming to the forefront. It's coming up again, and it's amazing. It sharpens your capacity to reason, to act, and to find purpose in your life. Isn't it amazing? It dispels loneliness and heartache. That's so true, Go and sit and create, and all of a sudden you feel, as I say, one with everything else, one with nature, one with the spirit. Gone's the loneliness, gone is the heartache. You're filled with the abundant life that's moving, that's starting to move in you. It gives a renewal. It's a spark of enthusiasm, a zest for life. Isn't it awesome? Well, I will put this in the link below. These two things that I've read, if I remember, will put it in the link below. This was just a feather. But now, as I was sitting here, I didn't know what to do. And I saw these soft things. And I was going through my journal, and it's very difficult to find things in my very overgrown journal at this stage. And but let's do it. I don't know where I am now, if I paused that one. So I saw something. Yes. I don't know where that was. But I thought, you know what? Oh, I was just sitting here and I thought I just want to glue things. So there was a lot of broken little pieces. And also, I don't enjoy cutting with scissors. So I decided I love tearing. So I'm going to tear my stuff. So most of the things in here are teared. I love it. So I was sitting here and I thought, let me just glue things. So, and then I thought, but let me glue a flower. So look at that. With this, I glued a flower. I've never done it. Yes, I did do collages, but never with the soft stuff. So I made this beautiful flower and I loved it. And that was grew, I made, and then I thought, oh, let me try daisy type of flowers. Now look at that page. Isn't it glorious? You know, so look at that. It's just these tissue paper, I think. That's what we call it. And I just made those flowers. And last night as I was sitting here, I made a rose. But where will the rose now be? Let's just flip quickly through it if you want to watch. Once again, my carrot people are all over the place and I just love it. So that's why I tore all of them out of that book that I actually used to clean my little roller in my jelly plate printing. And another thing with this thing, I look when I'm doing things. Oh, this was just a birthday card from friends, and I just say, glued it in and said, thank you for precious friends. You know, we've got these friends, and I'm saying thank you to all of you that became friends, and it's just so precious. So, just more things, but there's just, you know, my jelly plate prints, you will recognize some of them if you've been with me a while. You see, because I just do it randomly where I see think it's gonna look beautiful. That's why I cannot find it. So yesterday I was also making a rose, and it's quite a challenge because my big challenge is with this. The glue is getting so much and then it pulls off and blah, blah, blah. But let me show you. Okay, I cannot find that one. I am now just going to look for a nice colored page that's open. And remember with this was where I got the idea of the flower. The first flower I made, and I thought, oh, let me just do it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it here. So this is really just an ordinary piece of dyed paper. This is just I actually thought about it. You can really use serviettes too. This will look beautiful. Can you imagine? Nice colored serviettes, different colored serviettes. If you have serviettes with flowers on, it's gonna be lovely. So I don't know, I'm just gonna show you quickly. That's what I wanted to show. So why this happened, because this was what I had. So I'm actually drawing. This is actually material glue that husband bought for him for something, and then he said, Izzy, do you want it? So I'm having it. So look there, I'm just using this as well, just pressing that on there. And the nicest thing is this, you can build this up. Look how I'm building it up. So there's another piece. So I I am trying now not to get my fingers involved because, oh boy, it becomes so sticky that you can barely, that I actually had to stop yesterday because it's just too sticky. I was pulling it off. But I'm learning. It's actually getting more and more easy. It's easier today. But it's also an easier flower. This is just a flower with nice petals. But the thing is, what I'm also going to try now, let's see how that's going to work, is what's going to happen when I add a little bit of color here afterwards, after it's dry. You know, will I then, will I be able to use some watercolor? I only got watercolors here. So I'm going to try. But you see what I don't know if you can see very clearly, but I am rolling it also a little bit. I am not just applying it like I will do with paper, you know, ordinary paper. I am actually rolling it a little bit with this thing, tip there, here. As I say, this is just for fun. I'm just showing you what developed from me just sitting here with very limited art supplies. Isn't it awesome? So that is what helps me to grow and to create more creativity, because the more you use it, the more it grows. It's like everything else. So I'm just applying more and more petals on here to make them a little bit thicker. And then with my finger just adding another piece in there. But once again, how did I get to this? I don't know. My creativity in me just helped me to what you can do now. I mean, it's limited. There's no limit to what you can do now. I am just making the little stem, and now you can see my glue is starting to stick, make everything stick. But there you have it. Easy. Don't think. Be like a child. Just play. So I am now just gonna get my watercolor set out. I'm just gonna, there's my watercolor set. Because really I don't have to, now I cannot put this down. And you see, once again, this is me. I don't have things to clean my hands with and stuff, and I'm now here, and usually I have to wash my clothes afterwards as well, because I just start without thinking because I want to do it now. So let's see, go once again to the orange, always the orange. So there's my little flowers. Oh, look here, just add that little bit of color there. Isn't it glorious? Now red, orange and red flower. I don't want it very colorful because I love my page just a little bit like this. But you see, this is not something that I thought of. This came intuitively. This just happened. So let's do yellow in these ones. Oh, that is gorgeous. I'll show you now, but look at this. Oh, it gives it a different effect, it is just, okay, as I say, it's very difficult now because my flower there is very wet. But look at this, look. You just apply a little bit of this glorious yellow onto your flowers. Now I'll just go for another orange, a little darker one, or that flower. But isn't this just glorious? A little bit of green on the stems. And there you have a beautiful piece of artwork, a one of a kind. All I used were tissue paper. I used what I had, and this now will take a while to dry, so then I can decide what I want to do there. But this is how my gratitude journal is unfolding, and I'm loving every moment because I'm letting go of my preconceived ideas of how it should unfold, you know. So that's why I cannot be upset, because there's no rules, there's no anticipation of how it should be. It's just pure enjoyment. Become like a child again and just allow the life in you to just create. Love you lots. Is it from Sister's Lab? And always remember, if I can, you can. You just got to start. Just give that one step. Take a pen and just write something in a book. And then you just glue a little flower. And then you just use some watercolor paint and just splatter it. Just start. You cannot do anything wrong. Everything you do is a stepping stone to your next step. And that is exactly life. You can only now do what you can do. And if you do it with with the mindset of wow, this is awesome, let me do it, you know, and not moaning and groaning the whole time and be upset because life doesn't turn out your way, but just accept this moment as if you have chosen it. That's also something I had to learn and have to remember many times on a daily basis. Accept this moment as if you have chosen it. Accept it, because this is where life can be found. The only place where life can be found, the abundant life in us, is in this moment. So accept this moment fully. And then your life will become really magical, because this is what I'm experiencing. I'm not saying easy, but by doing these things and by allowing your creativity to just flow and just unfold and just grow, you get the strength, the wisdom, the power, the peace, the joy, the unconditional love, the provision to do those things and get through those tough situations. So instead of making this our primary thing, we make creating just, oh, if I have time, I'll do it, you know? And this is a lifeline. This is what we desperately need if we want to have a heaven on earth, experience heaven on earth, if we want to get through every day victoriously, filled with peace and a deep joy and a strength to cope with the difficult things we need to cope with. So this must become our first priority. And through this is like meditation. You get back. Creating makes me get back, become one with the life in me. And there, in that oneness, in that stillness, I get what I need to keep going through my day and do the hard things, you know? But the ego and life in this realm and the worldly system tells us, no, this is a waste of time. No, you need to be busy. You need to make money. You need to do this. You need to do that. And that exhausts you to a point where you cannot do this. But this must be the first thing. And this will be different for everyone. What makes you come alive? This will be that, if you know what I mean. This helps me. This makes me come alive. This type of thing. Yours will be different, but find out what it is. And when you start doing those things that make you come alive, it will grow. It will become easier to do and more, and you would want to. And after this, I have the energy and the wisdom and the strength to go and do what I need to do in a quarter of the time that I usually would have taken, when I was feeling tired and miserable and I don't want to do it and upset because I have to do it. And that's how we create a miserable life. Creating a beautiful, awesome life is find your life first, what you need to do in order to cope. Do that. And then you will know first of all exactly what to do, because if you don't, mostly, I remember the most fear I always had was, how will I know what to do? What must I do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. Is this right? And I was in this turmoil. And the fear of doing something wrong, Then I've realized, I trust the life in me. The life in me is guiding me, providing me with what I need, showing me the way, helping me on the way, making sure I'm on the way. So I just surrendered my life, to the life in me, trusting full-heartedly. And that, I cannot tell you, the burden is off. I'm not in charge anymore. I don't have to figure out what is right, what is wrong. I'm just being, just going with the flow. And look where my life is now. I couldn't wait to get out of bed this morning, to share with you, to create, and I realized, wow, how did I get here? It was just step by step, day by day, learning to walk with the life in me, to not fight with the life in me, just to accept what's happening, accept each moment and each situation as if I've chosen it, And that's what brought me here. And that is what will bring you here. But step by step, day by day. What makes you come alive? Go and find that and do it as much as you can, because that will give you the strength, wisdom, power, patience, long-suffering, whatever, to cope with what you need to do today. And I don't want to anymore just, thank heavens, I got through this day again. What a life is that? I don't longer want to live in that mindset. I don't want to, I made it through another miserable day. That's just plain heartbreakingly sad. The end of the day, I want to be in awe, thankful, grateful for the day, for what I experienced, it's also for the tough things, because they also come. but I also learn through them. And if you stop looking at life through good and bad, through the eyes of good and bad and right and wrong, and just focus on each moment, just live it fully, just accept it, just go with it, just get out of it whatever you can, positive way, and just at the end of many, many moments, you get a wonderful hour. So some of you really have very limited time in today. That's why I say get a sketchbook, a journal, a book, anything. Have a few things that you like doing in front of you. Most of us watch TV or something. And just when you do it, just start creating. I went to bed after 11, nearly 12 o'clock, because I was so busy creating and loving it so much, I forgot the time. I didn't realize what time it was. I mean, at one stage, I did this and that, I loved it. I thought, I just feel like slow stitching some more. Let me go and find a leaf. And I went outside, and at my door, right in front of my door, I found that beautiful leaf. So I came back in once again on this soft material. I just slow stitched it on. It was lovely. Such a stupid thing. Gave me so much joy. Isn't it awesome? Life is so simple, but we make it so hard because I had to get past the mindset of you're wasting your time. My goodness, didn't I waste my time watching TV? Or sleeping too long. Or no, that's not wasting time, So sewing this leaf on brought me so much peace and joy. How can that be wasting my time? It's creating more time for me to do other things that needs to be done. Because in that moment, I become still. I hear the life in me speaks in a small voice, and I just get my strength and my peace and whatever I need to keep going in this realm, in victory. Well, now I'm going to go. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab?